Emily had always been fascinated by the small, glowing pebble she had found in the woods. She had no idea where it came from or what its purpose was, but something about it felt special. As soon as she picked it up, she felt a strange tingling sensation in her fingers, like pins and needles on steroids. At first, Emily thought that the pebble was just a novelty item, something to amuse herself with when she had some free time. But as she began to experiment with its power, she realized that it was so much more than that. The first person she chose to see through Emily's eyes was her best friend, Sarah. She held the pebble close and focused on Sarah's thoughts, feeling a strange sense of connection to her friend that she had never experienced before. What Emily saw was a picture of her own anxiety. Sarah was worried about an upcoming exam at school, and Emily could feel her friend's fear and uncertainty like her own. It was as if the pebble had given Emily permission to enter Sarah's mind and experience her emotions firsthand. Over the next few days, Emily chose more and more people to see through her eyes. She held the pebble while working in the kitchen with her mom, feeling a sense of wonder at the intricate world that her mother navigated every day. She saw the struggles of her father as he tried to provide for his family, and felt a deep sense of empathy for him. As Emily continued to use the pebble, she began to realize just how complex and multifaceted the human experience was. Every person she looked through had their own unique struggles and joys, their own set of problems that they faced every day. And yet, despite these differences, there was a common thread that ran through it all: a desire for connection and understanding. One day, Emily chose to see through the eyes of someone completely different from herself. She held the pebble while walking through a bustling city street and suddenly found herself in the shoes of a homeless man. The experience was both shocking and exhilarating, as she felt the harsh realities of poverty and desperation that this person faced every day. As she continued to walk with the homeless man, Emily realized just how much she had taken her own life for granted. She had always assumed that everyone had access to the same opportunities and resources that she did, but now she saw that was not the case. The pebble's power also allowed Emily to see through the eyes of people who were suffering in silence. There were those who were struggling with mental health issues, feeling like they were alone in their struggles. And then there were those who were facing impossible choices and situations, feeling like they had no way out. As Emily continued to use the pebble, she began to realize just how much it was changing her own life. She felt more compassionate and understanding towards others, as if the pebble had given her a new perspective on the world. And yet, despite this newfound empathy, she still struggled with her own emotions, feeling frustrated when people around her didn't understand her struggles. One evening, Emily sat down at home and thought about all that she had learned from the pebble. She realized that seeing through other people's eyes was not just a magical ability, but a powerful tool for understanding ourselves. The world was full of complexities and paradoxes, but with the pebble's power, she felt like she could see beyond them. Emily held the pebble close to her chest and took a deep breath, feeling the strange tingling sensation in her fingers again. This time she focused on her own emotions, her fear, her anxiety, and her frustration. What she saw was not just her own thoughts and feelings, but also those of others who were suffering around her. As she looked through the pebble's power, Emily realized that she wasn't alone in her struggles. Everyone around her was facing their own unique challenges, their own set of problems that they faced every day. And yet, despite these differences, there was a common thread that ran through it all: a desire for connection and understanding. Emily's newfound understanding changed her life forever. She became more compassionate and empathetic towards others, using the pebble's power to help those around her who were struggling with their own emotions. And as she continued to walk in other people's shoes, Emily realized that the world was full of complexities and paradoxes, but with the pebble's power, she could see beyond them. Years went by, and Emily never lost the magic of the glowing pebble. She used it to help those around her, becoming a beacon of hope and understanding in a world filled with complexity and uncertainty. And as she looked back on the journey that had brought her to this place, Emily realized just how much the small, glowing pebble had changed her life forever.